sweet girl, or were you always naughty from the get-go?
Naughty from day one. And I think my parents really enabled this behavior of mine. कि ये करो, वो करो. It just happened too much with me. Like यहाँ पर dance करो. And my mother used. See, I'm a product of like chappal, belan, chimta, and I don't endorse it, but it has happened with me. Like chappal, belan, chimta, everything. My mother was like tough love. She showed tough love to me when I was a kid.
Well, okay.
Me too.
You also.
Okay, thank God I was feeling alone here.
Punjabi.
Me as well. I was just like, for the longest time, I thought सबको पिटाई मिली है.
It was so weird. Like I would talk to my best friend. I was like, so what happened? हम दोनों के marks कम आए थे. So what happened? कल क्या? Nothing. They told me कि अब next time करना. And I was like, मेरा तो लंका लग गया यार कल रात को. मैं किसको जाके बताऊँ? I used to find, I was like, तो तुम्हारे parents कैसे? हाँ, मतलब मैं दूध नहीं पीती तो मतलब कुछ बोल देते हैं. And I was like, fine. मेरी तो मम्मा है, if I would not drink milk, she would feed me milk with spoon. Have. And bless her, like she's really, really sweet and she's nurtured me beautifully. But she had a different style of parenting, and I'm not gonna have.
I don't think she nurtured you. She marinated you.
Pretty much.
रूम में बैठ अकेले 5 घंटे के लिए फिर वापस अब फिर और मारूंगी. But you also.
I actually only child syndrome. So
only child syndrome.
Yeah. So my teacher, I still remember AP Mishra, very strict. One day he comes to the class and I have flunked, and he tells me, Guneet, Monga, stand up. So I stand up. Call your father. So I said, great, this is done. As long as mother नहीं बोला, So घर गई कल बोला पापा office school आ जाओ. AP Mishra wants to meet you. Like yeah, fine. So he came. Then after whatever their conversation happened, AP Mishra came back to the class next day and said, Guneet Monga, stand up. I said, shit. So he said, I like your father. So I said, okay. Then. It was so random between like 60 kids.
ये proposal था क्या?
पता नहीं. तो मैंने घर जाके पूछा, मैंने कहा आपने बोला क्या? कहता उसने मुझे बोला, your daughter, I'm not going to give her a board seat. I'm not. वो हमारे स्कूल का नाम खराब कर देगी because वो तो बैच में रह जाएगी. And that's why I cannot allow her. She needs to do this whole year again because she's really like below average and below marks. So he said, my dad said, my daughter is very intelligent. You have to change the way you teach. So you cannot treat her like one of the 60 people. You have to work harder. She's very bright. Don't tell me she doesn't get it. So you change your ways and get her attention and fight for it.
Teacher के तो 12
But
But he's like
teachers can be damn toxic, yeah. Like I remember, like in 9th standard, I was in 9th standard. I became the prefect, and when I became the prefect, I was like, I'm the like king of the world. No, कुछ भी कर सकती हो अब. And obviously that reflected on my studies, poorly.
Yeah.
And my teacher was so toxic. She would come in class, and she was like my Hindi teacher, and she would say, कुछ लोग होते हैं जिनका कैरेक्टर अच्छा होता है पर स्टडीज में अच्छे नहीं होते. एंड देन शी गेव एन एग्जांपल कि तुम ऐसे हो. कुछ बच्चे होते हैं जो स्टडीज में अच्छे होते हैं पर कैरेक्टर में अच्छे नहीं होते हैं. देन शी गेव एन एग्जांपल ऑफ अनदर बॉय. पर कुछ लड़कियां होती हैं जो कैरेक्टर में भी अच्छी नहीं होती हैं और स्टडीज में भी. Right, Kusha?
That's so mean.
That is so mean.
Bitch. She exits. And I'm just there in a class of like 40 kids and they were like, it's you. No character, no studies. I went home and I didn't tell my mother for the longest time. And I told her like, उन्होंने मेरे character के बारे में कुछ बोल दिया. And my mother's like, next PTM I'll tell her. My mother unleashed. आपने मेरी बेटी के कैरेक्टर के बारे में कुछ बोला. सिर्फ मैं बोल सकती हूँ उसके कैरेक्टर के बारे में. And I was like, this is not how this happens.
Did she carry a chappal, bhel and tar. Also, your teacher, I just got an insight into your brain for a second. In your brain, every event is directed by Karan Johar back in the 2000s.
Yes.
It's like, तुम जैसे बात कर रहे हो वैसे मैं नहीं बात कर सकती. मैं करोगी, तुम नहीं करोगे.